People talk about their experience at Coachella, how expensive it is to be there, and how people are going broke just to be there. It's crazy because I don't really get the hype when it comes to Coachella. It's just like music festival, but let's hear what these people have to say about this because it's crazy.
This is how much money it actually costs to go to Coachella, from normal stuff all the way to expensive stuff. And these are just a few of the things that you have to buy before and during. Just to charge your iPhone at the festival, it costs $90. And just for tacos, nachos, and a drink, it costs $125. The food gets even more worse. You can get chicken nuggets with a spoonful of caviar for $150. What about $34 for a slice of pizza? If you want to cut back on spending, you can get truffle fries for only $28, or just drink a cup of coffee or matcha for $17. You can get noodles or a burrito, which sadly actually sounds like a good deal, but this is where it gets even more insaner, because last minute resale tickets are going for over $5,000. The average house rental is anywhere from $24,000 to over $100,000. A single day suite is costing $45,000, but even more wilder, the ultra premium weekend suite costs $80,000. And even people that suffer and do Coachella on a budget are still spending about $2,000, and 60% of people there are on a payment plan. Would you ever go to Coachella?
This is probably the most expensive year Coachella's ever been, and I know the ticket prices were like $500 to $600, but I think the resale was around $1,000 to $2,000. And the Airbnb prices, someone did a breakdown before, it was like, a couple $1,000, and now it's like crazy. It's like $20K, $30K for some of these bigger houses. It's nuts. But yeah, I mean, I have a brand, and I think maybe next year we might try and go to one of the surrounding things around the event. But yeah, it's just crazy. Was it worth it? I'm just wondering.
Coachella is this weekend in California, and the prices are literally insane. Let's start off with the ticket prices. General admissions almost $4,000, and if you want to add the shuttle, it's another $500. And VIP is $6,694. So if you want to rent a camper van for the weekend, it's $4,900. Then once you get in, it's $99 for a charging locker to charge your phone. If you want to rent a tent at Coachella, it's $10,000. Also, house rentals in the area are crazy, $25,000 on average. And if you want a VIP suite for 10 people, you're dropping $70,000.
This is how much money I spent to make Coachella happen as a brokey. Let's go. Let's get the most expensive thing out of the way, which was the wristband. It was a GA wristband, and it came out to $657. Me and my friend that went together, we did the car camping, so splitting car camping between the two of us came out to $80 a piece. He took my car, so I had to spend like approximately $100 on gas. Camping stuff that I bought ended up being $100. We went grocery shopping, and splitting that in half was $70 each. Thrifted or used things that I already had in my closet for my Coachella outfits, so I spent like $50 on my outfits. Festival bag and things for the festival bag, I ended up spending approximately like $150 or so. Day 0 at Coachella, I ended up buying 2 sodas and 2 popsicles, and that came out to like $26. I bought 1 bag of ice at the camp for $14, and then I bought 2 more ice creams over the weekend, and it came out to $15. And my grand total as a brokey who made Coachella happen came out to $1,342. Again, when I usually when I travel, I try to do the cheapest way possible. I hate camping, but I did it because I was like, I'm not going to spend thousands of dollars on an Airbnb or a hotel in the case that they also end up canceling, because I know that happened to a lot of people. Coachella is possible. If you do the cheapest route, you can still do it and still have a good time, and that's how I did it.
This is how much I spent on Coachella as a normal person. I work as a server and a bartender sometimes, and I had 2 jobs for like 4 months of the year. I'm a photographer, but I make less than $5,000 from photography. I pay my own rent. I'm just a fucking normal person, and I paid for everything to go to Coachella. I'm not an influencer. This is what I paid. Starting off strong with the ticket and the shuttle pass, I paid $92 a month on a payment plan, and I also paid like an initial deposit of like $17 or something. And the total for that was $753. The next biggest purchase was our hotel. There was 4 of us staying in 1 room, and that was for 4 nights of Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. We checked out Monday morning, For 4 nights for 4 people, it was $615 each. Okay, to pay for all of my outfits, I gave myself a budget of $250. Safe to say that did not happen. That is also with using items I already had in my closet, making my own tops, thrifting / buying secondhand. My total for my clothes was $430, including all the accessories, boots, literally anything I had on my body. Okay, next was makeup. I honestly wasn't going to count this at first because I had to get new makeup anyway, but realistically I would have gotten like less extravagant things if I wasn't going, but I wanted to get stuff that was going to last a long time. So I went to Sephora before, and I ended up spending $164 on makeup for, life, but like also Coachella. While we were in LA, we had a rental car, and we had the rental car for all of the days we were there, so all 4 or 5 days, whatever, and that was split evenly amongst all 4 of us, and that was $168 for a mid-size SUV. And then with the rental car, we paid $20 for gas, which gas in California, by the way, almost $6 a fucking gallon, so literally. And we also got an extra large locker at Coachella, so we could like bring sneakers and stuff and like shove all of our shit in there. We all split that evenly, and so that turned out to be $26 per person. My flight to Coachella was only $117, and that was round trip from Dulles International Airport to LAX, round trip. The only reason why that was that cheap was because my friend who I was going with, her parents have a lot of like airline miles, so they were able to like really reduce the cost for us. If not, it would have probably been closer to $300 or $400. Still not bad, but still not great. For food and like miscellaneous, like literally anything I bought for the festival, including like the backpack that I used, anything that I had in my bag, nail glue, the tissues, the travel shampoo, like literally anything I got at Target the day before, or all of the food that I bought either at the airport or at the festival or like at the grocery store for our hotel. All of that total was $364. Okay, and last but not least, this is kind of embarrassing if I'm being honest. I should not have spent this much money, but on merch, I spent $456 on merchandise at Coachella. That brings our total to $2,837 that I spent as a regular ass person to go to Coachella 2026. Honestly, was worth it, would do it again. However, that's still a lot of fucking money, so do with that information as you will. Not really sure what you do with that. All I know is that people were getting paid to go when they're rich as fuck, and I paid a lot of money to be there, but it was worth it because I had so much fun. So yay, Coachella.
I'm at Coachella, and I would like to inform you guys I just paid $41 for 2 pieces of pizza and a Coca-Cola. But we're gonna try it and see how it is, because every time I eat at Coachella, it's so expensive. But I went through a lot of sets. I went through Casa, I went through Sabina. I'm hungry, and I'm about to go see Blood Orange with Coachella Boo. I don't know. All right. It tastes like cold tomato sauce on dough. Let's test the Coke, as if it's any different. Okay, the Coke is more worth it than the pizza. I now need to eat these 2 pizzas because it's $41. Happy Coachella. My bank account is begging on it. Actually, no, it's not manifesting. It's not begging on it. I'll get back. Maybe I should have gotten a burger combo from Monty's, because I know that's like $33, but it has fries, a burger, a shake. This is what I paid $40 for. And there's a piece of grass in it. Are you serious?
Coachella is only for rich people, white people, influencers, and SW workers. Let's talk about it. So many of you know I used to be a spicy dancer in Los Angeles. I worked at multiple gentlemen's clubs and script dancing clubs in Los Angeles. And a big culture for scrippers is partying, festivals, clubs. So when Coachella season comes around, there's always a rich old man. We scrippers call them tricks. But there's a trick that is willing to spend $100,000 to bring 5 dancers to Coachella. So it looks like he has a bunch of girls with him. But the girls don't mind because they get a free trip to Coachella. I got invited in 2018, but I didn't end up going. Well, right now we're at war. Gas prices are going up. There are children getting unalived in different countries because of America. Americans are becoming homeless and unemployed faster than any generation in history. And that's why Coachella is a classism thing. That's why Coachella is only for the rich people or the people willing to sell their bodies. As everybody else in the world, we can't even afford groceries right now. Personally, couldn't even afford my car insurance, so my car has just been sitting in my driveway and I haven't been able to drive it anywhere because I can't legally drive my car on the road without car insurance. So poor Americans and middle-class Americans are struggling to afford food, struggling to afford bills, and the poor and the middle class, hello, we are the ones working so that the rich people can afford to go to Coachella. Did you just hear me? We are the ones working so the rich people can party on their yachts or party in the desert. And that is why I personally refuse to work a 9-to-5 job, because I will not put myself in a situation where I'm working for a millionaire, a billionaire, just so him and his family can go to Coachella. One girl commented under my video the other day and she was like, I don't like how when you promote your small business, you mention how it helps you pay your rent. Well, you know what? I don't like how you work for one man and you make that one man give you weekly paychecks, and you depend on that one man to sustain your life, pay your rent, while you go and do what he tells you to do. Go do that, and then I will give you money. I don't like that. Personally, I think 9-to-5 jobs are a complete humiliation ritual. I feel like it's a jester dancing in front of a king, like the Joker dancing in front of the king for some money. That's what it feels like. You're performing for the king, for the rich people, and then they will reward you with money, or they'll reward you with a Coachella trip. But yeah, when are people gonna wake up and realize that Coachella is a classism thing? Coachella is mainly for the rich white folks, let's be so real. Or we can all be very quiet. We can all pretend like everything's okay. We can all pretend like the world is so perfect. We can all sit on our phones and watch the rich TikTok influencers go to Coachella while we pretend like there's no real problems in the world. But yeah, this is why I try to avoid human contact, because I don't think humans think on this deep of a level.
Why the hell is Coachella so fucking expensive? For basically nothing. I mean, what the fuck? I'm so confused. I'm talking tickets, expensive. Flights, super fucking expensive. Hotels,
very fucking expensive.
I mean, dude, you're practically paying someone's rent or yearly fucking salary to stand in a field. Not only that, you're gonna be standing there for several hours, and on top of that, you're gonna be
Sweating your fucking ass off.
I don't even want you to obtain the thought of being hungry when you go there. Dude, the food, fries, $18.
A burger, $25 for a fucking burger?
And not even that, the food's probably dog shit. Like, bro, come on now. But no, I literally seen a video of this girl. I'm not gonna say her name, but she's on the Blue app. She spent $200,000 for her and a group of friends to go to Coachella. My nigga, that's literally someone's yearly salary.
What the fuck?
Now, I will say they're probably paying that kind of money because obviously they don't want to be hot, they don't want to be super sweaty, they don't want to get dirty, so they're probably paying for like the best seats in the house, which could probably explain why it's $200,000. Well, the tickets aren't $200,000, but for all of them to go to Coachella, for ticket-wise, is over $100,000. Holy shit!
So I just saw my friend post this on her story and I was like, what the fuck is going for $3,000? Where are you going? And she told me it's for Coachella. And I'm in disbelief because there's no way those are the prices, because besides Bieber, that's a mid lineup. But I checked and a 3-day weekend right now is going for $3,000 and a lot of them are selling out fast. There's single tickets. You got Friday going for $3,500. Fuck. Saturday, which is when Bieber's on, same price, about $3,500. And the cheapest being Sunday going for $1,000. I'm sorry, but for $3,000, I could fly to Europe, be at a 5-star hotel, eat what I want, come back to America, and still spend less than $3,000. There's, besides Justin Bieber, who's really worth it?
I just really don't understand why people would spend so much money to hear their favorite singers, favorite artists sing to them far, far away from them. It's like you can watch them on YouTube for free and listen to their songs on your phone in a much better quality without people yelling in the background. I don't really get the hype. Like, is it just like the culture? Because I'm not really part of that culture. I just really don't get the hype behind it. You know, I just feel like it's not worthy of spending your savings, thousands of dollars, just to, you know, be there when you know you're gonna go broke and you're not gonna have anything left to buy groceries or rent. You know, it's crazy what people would do for experience.
So I just found out that Coachella was started as a protest in 1999. People were protesting Ticketmaster's high prices to see live music. And now it costs 2 to 3 times people's rent to even go. Like, what? It's turned into this, like, charade of just, like, influencer hell. Like, I saw, and, like, if you're planning to go to Coachella last minute, people are putting up their condos, just their houses right now on Airbnb. They're not even cleaning them up. One of them is a condo in Palm Springs for over $43,000 for 3 nights because of Coachella. What the irony in why Coachella was even started. How did I not ever know that? Like, you could never, like, I'd rather, excuse my French, in my hands and clap after eating Chipotle and White Castle before I'd ever want to go to Coachella. And I've been to many festivals in the past, and I'm so glad that I got that out of my system, because I have no desire. But it is really funny to see people struggling already, going without power after paying thousands of dollars. Yeah, let's pack hundreds of thousands of people into a festival-like area and have multiple stages, and B-list celebrities have attention-grabbing spasms on stage and charge insane amounts of money for that. And then it's like, I do believe, like, Coachella used to be like that cool indie, like in the early 2000s, it was the indie bands, and it's like a really, like, you must see, like, show. They'll have the same lineups 15 different years and the same fucking people, and it's like, bro, these people aren't even entertaining. Like, we've lost it. We've lost the plot. Why are people still signing up for this?
Spending $193,000 just to be in a hot desert all day is really crazy to me. I don't know if y'all saw the video, but basically it was a girl. She came on here and she was given like the overall total of how much Coachella was. So I believe it was her, and she said like the other housemates, I don't really watch her, so I don't know who they are. But she said it also includes them, and at the end she gave a total, and the total was roughly $193,000. Then at the end she was like, well, do you think that it was worth it? No, I don't think that was worth it. I'm sorry, I don't. I mean, I guess you're paying for the experience or whatever, but $193,000 is crazy to me. I don't care if I was the first trillionaire, I wouldn't spend that money. But what do y'all think? Do y'all think that it was worth it? Because I don't.
How much I spent on Coachella as a normal person? Starting with tickets, my friend actually surprised me with them, so I didn't pay for them. She bought GA for weekend 1, and she said they were around $1,000. She also bought the shuttle pass, though. Everything else is what I spent on my own. Airbnb, $2,240.91 for 4 nights. Flight, including baggage, $671.99. Shout out Delta, though. Shuttles, $524. I bought the shuttle for me and my friend, the least I could do, from LAX to Coachella and back. Shopping, I split this up in 2. Amazon alone, $618.88. And then other shopping, like Ulta, TikTok Shop, etc., $479.97. Merch! This is where it gets crazy. I did not realize I spent that much on merch, and I'm never taking it off now that I know how much I spent. $754.04. Just Justin Bieber and Skylark merch alone was about probably $600. Those hoodies were like $240, but they were really cute. They were so cute. Food, this is including groceries, $230.10. And then Ubers, this also includes my Uber to and from the airport, so it's a little bit more. $191.53. All of this totaling up to
$5,811.42. Yeah. Worth it for me, though. I got to see my favorite artist of all time. I'll never be able to top that. Best weekend ever. Priceless. Honestly, priceless.
I don't understand how all these people are affording to go to Coachella. Like, are you using all your life savings to go there? Does someone pay for you? Can you now afford to buy groceries and rent when you come back? I don't really understand how we are affording this crazy expensive event in this economy.
I'm so sick of hearing about Coachella. Who gives a fuck what you're wearing? Who gives a fuck that you're spending $200,000 for a weekend? Who gives a fuck about what brand takes who? Who cares? Do y'all not see the state of the world? Thank God we have the luxury to care about Justin Bieber headlining when there's bigger things in the world. You bitches are literally spending six figures for a weekend and people cannot eat. I literally don't care about Coachella. I'm tired of hearing about it.
It's diabolical to me the way that people with money will spend money to feel like they don't have money, okay? Case in point, Coachella. Case study number one, Coachella. All these people spending all this money to sleep in a tent, no running water, porta potties, camp showers, right? They're spending all this money for an experience that's worse than a KOA campground. And I know people are going to say I'm being a certified hater because it's about the music, the experience, the this and that, but really? It's about, come on. Because some of these setups I'm seeing, some of all this and that, no. We need to link up and we need to start coming up with ways that we can start charging these people for other experiences. Because what are you talking about? You're paying all this money for what essentially was my family vacation at 8 years old. My father and I going to the Poconos for 2 nights, one night in a Ramada Inn, one night in a KOA campground. The Ramada Inn night was the fancy night. And then we acquired some wristbands to get into the Great Wolf Lodge Indoor Water Park. And you're paying all this money. What can we charge? Grocery shopping? Standing in line in a benefits office. I'm telling you, we can start charging. And listen, we can start charging these people for these experiences. They want to experience what it's like. We can make it happen. Listen, and I'm being so for real when I say this. Imagine if we set up housing, like tents, showers, porta potties for people that didn't have housing. How would people react? And I know people are going to say I'm dragging it, right? Because it's a music festival, not a fair comparison. But if I'm dragging it, answer that question. How would people react?
Gas is almost fucking $10, and niggas is at Coachella posting on Instagram. I don't think a brand could have convinced me. I'm lying. If Beyonce was there, a brand could have convinced. But I'm going to be honest with you, for my morality's sake. Do y'all know that niggas can't afford gas? Do the brands know that niggas are broke? I don't understand. Is this the fucking circus? Niggas is in war. Niggas is gonna blockade the Strait of Hormuz. Ain't nobody getting oil. We might go to war with China over that, and we ain't got no missiles. And niggas is at Richchella, Moneychella, dressed in all this Native American indigenous type cowgirl / boho bullshit, cosplaying half the time with dirty dreads. And I ain't talking about black people. Dirty dreads. I called them dreadful because they're on the lights. Y'all know, like, we ain't gonna be able to. The world ain't gonna have oil soon. Do you think the corporations or the influencers know that, like, people are like dirt fucking poor right now, paying, like, buying check to check to check to check. Niggas is saving for Beyonce concerts 2 years in advance, and she ain't even announced a fucking album yet. Do you not understand that? Do you not understand how broke motherfuckers is right now? And they's at Richchella, and they wonder why we be talking about eat the rich. They be wondering.
Okay, I get it. Coachella was supposed to be really, really cool for the rich people. Everybody else was sleeping on the floor outside and barely able to shower. Let me just throw that out there. And the people that were outside and barely able to shower have given quotes on how much they spent. And 2 people have quoted the exact same number that I spent on my breast augmentation. Skip Coachella and get some titties, ladies. Personal recommendation.
Coachella is literally having an entire shower drama going on right now. Yes, there are showers at Coachella, except there's varied levels of showering. Even if you're on the rich side of Coachella where you spend over $10,000, some of those showers still aren't working for these people. If you do get a shower that works, like we're talking has water to take a shower, this is what you're looking at. The other 2 options are outdoor showers using one of the tanning booth things that I think would probably fly away as soon as the wind picked up. But they do get a bucket of water and a very nice, like, shower head that works surprisingly well. And there's the people who are like waiting in line for hours. This person is taking showers at 1 a.m. in the morning so she doesn't have to wait in line. This woman's account is literally her planning her Coachella days on when she can take a shower without waiting in line, what you can safely eat at Coachella, because I think it was her first night at Coachella, she got food poisoning.
Spared you guys the details, but it was not just a stomach ache. Yesterday I just had a strawberry sandwich. It was $20. It was bomb. I think I'm gonna get that again later today.
Of course, there is the third shower option, which unfortunately some people are finding out the hard way, which is not taking showers at all, because people are saying these concerts apparently smell like Parmesan cheese for everyone. And it doesn't matter if you spent $3,000 for Coachella or $13,000 for Coachella.
60% of Coachella GA attendees use a payment plan to afford going to Coachella in both 2025 and again in 2026. That is over 100,000 people needing a payment plan, aka a loan, to pay for a $650 ticket. By now, pay later platforms market themselves as an alternative to taking out a loan, when in reality, they're very similar. First and foremost, you will get charged if you break up those payments and you don't meet those later payments at an incredibly high rate, what the small amount was. And two, if you don't make your payments, buy now, pay later firms will fully sell your lost payment to a debt collections agency, and that debt collections agency will then impact your credit scores. And if you think you're special and you're never gonna miss a payment, the unfortunate news is that many credit scoring companies in the United States take the fact that you needed a BNPL for something small to be an indicator that you are not a reliable person to loan money to, and they will not give you a loan for something bigger, even if you made your payments on time. That was all coming out in last year, and a huge problem that these BNPL companies have to deal with right now.
And she said that was for $650 tickets. However, that was what the price initially was before it sold out. And now the resale tickets are absolutely insane. POV, you waited last minute to buy your Coachella ticket, and VIP general admission is $6,500. It looks like Ticketmaster. $8,800, $12,000, almost $18,000. And we could just move on to another comment from you guys. The original vision for Coachella was to provide indie music in a destination outside of the mainstream. Coachella has become exactly what it was running away from, because it's extremely profitable. And for some reason, all the content made around it is extremely desirable for many people to watch.
People are spending $5K to see Justin Bieber only at Coachella. You know, a trip to Thailand's like $1,600. For the flights, the food, the lady boys, it's just...
Am I the only one in this world that doesn't get the hype for Coachella? You're paying like $500 plus an extra like $600-700 for camping shit if you're gonna do camping or you buy a hotel. It's in the middle of one of the hardest parts of the United States, and it's filled with a lot of impressionable, shallow people. Now, if you're into Coachella, good for you. That's your thing, I respect it. But for me personally, I just don't see the hype. Like, I just saw a video of a dude spending $31 on a small pallet of chicken nuggets. I've seen people fight over camping passes and shit like that. And like, I really don't mess with a lot of like top 40 type music, so like I would be mostly going to like EDM artists. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're into like, you know, multi-genre festivals, good for you. You are more than welcome to enjoy it. I just need to ask all of you, what the fuck is the hype about Coachella? Maybe one day I'll give it a try because, you know, don't knock it until you try it, I guess. But like, I don't know, man. I just never got down with the hype for Coachella. Like, does anyone else agree, or am I the only one and am I just tripping?
If you over the age of 25, ain't no damn reason for your ass to be at no damn Coachella. First of all, you pretty much partying with little kids. Second, you can't tell me waiting in line for 2 to 3 hours to take a shower with your musty asses. Third, if you get an Airbnb, that shit like a band a day. I ain't trying to hear all it's for the experience and this and that. I don't give a fuck. Imagine telling your kids, oh yeah, I can't watch you this weekend because I'm going to Coachella. That shit lame as hell, boy. If you grown, just take your ass to a bar or a lounge. Or shit, watch that shit on YouTube for free. That motherfucker's tripping.
Coachella is not the problem. You thinking that you can afford $3,000 tickets on motherfucking Klarna is. There's no way that you have a payment plan for a fucking festival that you know that you can't afford. You're not an influencer. You're not a celebrity. You don't have $17,000 just sitting in the bank waiting to motherfucking pay for a goddamn Airbnb that 9 times out of 10, a goddamn company is gonna pay you to motherfucking be there for because you're gonna promote their products. You're not that person. I'm not that person. We work regular 9-to-5 jobs. I can't afford to go to Coachella reasonably. I can't. So I'm not gonna motherfucking go. I'm not gonna RV there. I'm not gonna fucking car tent park there. Bitch, I'm not gonna spend $30 on fucking chicken tenders and a goddamn water. Y'all are delusional. Do you not see the economy? And then you're mad because these things are happening. You couldn't afford it from day one. You are broke. I am broke. The middleman is broke. Even the rich people are feeling it. So why did you think that you could spend $3,000 on a goddamn ticket and you can't even pay your fucking rent? You're stupid and you're the problem.
It's crazy how people would splurge their savings, their money on experience. It's crazy because music festival, Coachella, is not something you really need. It's more of just an experience. It's like a want. It's not really a need. But it's crazy how people really spend their money on their wants more than their needs. You know, they can't pay rent, they can't even afford grocery, but they can afford going to Coachella. They can afford going to all these trips that will not really be beneficial for them in the long run. I don't know. It's crazy how people would do everything for experience nowadays. I don't know. I guess I'm just thinking practical, but you know, for each their own, right?